Hey, what's going on, guys? So today I wanted to kind of break down one of the ways that you can kind of meal prep your food. There's obviously a bunch of different ways that you can go through the process of, measuring out your food and picking out recipes and, whatever works for you as far as meal prep goes. But this is one way that I like to do it. So basically what you want to do when you're trying to figure out your macronutrients and everything like that and your calories, there's a specific website. There's a bunch of different websites that you can use, but this one specifically, it's called calculator.net. What you want to do is you want to go onto calculator.net, you want to enter your information. So it's going to ask for your age, your gender, your height, your weight. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And then once you enter that in, it's going to give you exactly how much protein, how much carbs, how much fat you need, and then your caloric intake as well. So basically everything that makes up your caloric intake. And you can actually adjust it too. So basically there's a feature on there that says create your own, and all you want to do is just adjust it to whatever you see fit. But if you're just starting out and everything like that, you don't need to mess with it too much. Just kind of play with it and see kind of what works for you and everything, and then you can kind of go from there. So basically, I'm just using myself for an example right now. I entered all my information. I entered my height, my weight, my age, all that, and right now it's coming out to 85 grams of fat, 292 grams of carbohydrates, and 182 grams of protein. Essentially, I'm splitting this up into 4 days. So what I want to do, or what you want to do, is you want to take it, for example, 85 grams of fat. I'm dividing it up by 4 meals. That's how many meals I want to eat per day. And then essentially that's going to come out to 21 grams. And then my carbs, same thing, divided up by 4, it's going to come out to about 73, and then same thing with protein, it's going to come out to 45. Essentially, the meal that I've kind of picked, something super easy. Obviously, it doesn't take very long to make it all, but I'm doing overnight oats. So basically, I have all my stuff kind of picked out and everything like that. I actually took the time to pick and measure out all the ingredients of how much each one would equal to fit my caloric intake. So this Siggi's Greek yogurt, all I need is 70 grams. The PB Fit powder, just a tablespoon. Oats, I need about 70 grams, and then you can kind of figure out what you need, and obviously if you add it up, it's going to add up to what you need. So basically what you want to do is you want to take whatever you have, essentially whatever you need, and using a food scale is not that complicated. And actually, if you don't know how many calories or whatever is in it, you can actually go onto this website called MyNet Diary. So I'm just going to use this yogurt, for example, the Siggi's Greek yogurt. What you do is you can just type in Siggi's MyNet Diary, and basically one of the different flavors is just going to pop up. So it might be like the vanilla, or whatever, the plain version, whatever it is, whatever you have, just kind of look for that one. And then what you can do is you can actually change it from container to grams to ounces to pounds. And so for this example, I only need 70 grams. So that's all I need. So I'm going to type in 70. It's going to show exactly the fat content, the protein content, and the carb content. And then all I'm doing from this point is entering that information into the actual spreadsheet and everything that is created. Or you can do it on a notepad, whatever you feel comfortable with doing, or whatever's easy for you. And then you just do that for all the ingredients that you want to add into it. So it's kind of a process at first, but once you get into the habit of it, it's not too bad. So basically what I'm doing is I'm adding 70 grams of this yogurt, and then I'm taking this PB Fit. I'm basically adding about a tablespoon of it, adding in here. Then taking this right here, this Farmer's Oats, and this one's much better just because it's glyphosate free, so it's much better for you in that way. And then you want to add 70 grams here. And again, you can use that database. To really figure out what it is and how much you kind of need. And then there was one missing ingredient, which is cacao powder, which I'm not going to add in there right now because you didn't have any at Whole Foods. And then I'm adding a little bit of sea moss, because sea moss is packed full of different variations of vitamin B, choline, and then folate too. And then I'm adding a little bit of this mushroom powder, I just packed full of 10 different variations of mushrooms. So I just do about a scoop of that. There. Then I have this protein powder, same exact brand. So about 2 scoops, that's all I need for this, so right here. And then the last thing you want to add is just a little bit of milk. If you're making this specific one, obviously the more that you add, more milk that you add, the creamier it's going to be. The less you add, the less creamy it's going to be, the thicker it's going to be. So you mix that up, obviously, to whatever you like. And again, this is all measured out exactly to what I need for one meal. So just one meal. Add a little bit more, just like this. And then all you want to do is you can just take it in here or any sort of container that you have, put it in there like that, and then just put the top on it, and then boom, you're good to go. Put it in the fridge, whatever it is, whatever you're making. You can make multiple servings of it, especially if, depending on the recipe and everything like that, you can definitely make it once and then split it up into 4 or 6 or how many servings it makes, and then you're pretty much good to go. It's pretty much straightforward from there. So that's pretty much how one of the ways that you can meal prep. It doesn't take very long at first. It might take a little bit, but then after you do it, the more you do it, the more habitual it becomes, the more routine it becomes. It's gonna be second nature. So thanks for watching and hope this helps. Peace.